Hey guys, and today we're going to be doing a bit of...
What's up?
We're going to do a bit of complaining, a bit of gurning. It feels like it's been a wee while, and honestly, some of this news is kind of old at this point. And
it's old-ish.
It's about a month old, but like, you know, I kind of want to talk about it. There's a load of other stuff, and I feel like I want to do like a catch-all video. So this video is not going to be like... It's not going to be coherent. It's kind of going to be all over the place. It's going to be really rambly. But, like, do you want to just jump into this? So, if you guys don't know, Hasbro laid off a ton of people at Wizards just before Christmas. So, will we dive into this exclusive interview with ex-Wizard employee on layoffs? One of the biggest ones...
Could you imagine being, like, an ex-employee? Like, that'd be like the dream job.
The thing is, I think you could lay off a lot of their staff, because I do believe their staff is extremely bloated. Like, extremely bloated.
A particular kind of staff, yeah, there is.
Well, honestly, like, you know, look, if you see what people are doing, like, honestly, how many writers do you actually need? I would say you need 3 writers.
Dude, for every writer, for every writer, they have like 5 or 6 like fucking therapies.
Oh,
like,
just get...
Well, make sure the unwhites don't feel bad from your writing. We'll go through it for you and fix it.
You know, like, can we just, like, honestly, if I was in charge, I would have like 3 people per setting. I would have like 3 people doing, well, probably you might need a couple more for like Forgotten Realms, but like tops, I'd have like 3 people, just, that's their job. They work on Spelljammer. That's what they do. All they're doing all day, every day is writing stuff for Spelljammer. They're doing adventures, they're doing this, they're doing that. And then you have like a couple of artists in the department as well, and that's their job. And then all you really need is like a handful of formatters, like layout artists, that type of stuff.
Spell checkers.
Yeah, like, so you need a couple spell checkers, but for the most part, honestly, I think you could have Wizards, like, if they were for just role-playing stuff. Now, I don't know how many they would need for Magic the Gathering, but see, for like just their D&D stuff, I reckon a company of like 20 people would do the job for what they actually do, if I'd be straight up.
Bro, for me and you, it's just me and you.
Yeah, well, honestly, I what are you doing? Like, how are you not getting like how much are they actually doing a day? And if you look at this,
how are you not getting shit done? Why are you using AI art? You have all these people you don't fucking use.
That's I think that's the biggest one, because this is one thing that really just boggles me when it comes to Wizards. I really don't like their art style. I really don't. I'm not a fan of it.
Where's that halfling?
Don't do it to me. I don't. It doesn't look nice. And there's so many really, like. See, if you just go on Twitter, there's some amazing. There's some absolute top tier artists on Twitter. Like, and I'm not talking like the good type. I'm talking like genuine artists. And like, their stuff's good. Their stuff's really good. And like, you know,
yeah, like it's actually good art that's pleasing to the eye, not like this. Let's look inbred. Hey, oh, here it is. This inbred looking, tiny footed, watermelon head looking.
Show my.
This is either book. It's either book.
Oh, that thing, not that thing. Yeah, that's horrible.
Why is its feet so tiny?
Yeah, I'll be straight up. They don't look nice. I don't honestly, especially 5e books just aren't inviting.
Look how wide her jaw is. Like, no, fuck you. I don't, hold on, no, don't do that. Like, look how like wide her jaw is on the left. Like, it's not even people's.
Yeah, I just don't like them. I think the art looks pretty, honestly, people complain about AI art, but people aren't complaining enough about fucking, because I think you honestly you can make you can actually get AI art that looks far better than this, like far better. You can actually make AI art, and with just some like a wee bit of Photoshop, you can make stuff that looks far better than this.
Like, someone made this.
Yeah,
and it looks like 13,000 times better.
Yeah.
If I had the money to afford guys like this, I would drag them by their fucking feet to a fucking project. Get over here! That card, bro.
Yeah. So look, let's jump into this. Why were they laying people off? As far as I believe, because they weren't really doing too well on money. They didn't make shareholders look good. They need the margins to look good. So what do you do?
Well, there's bloat.
Yeah.
Look at all those cars and that fucking like, you don't need all those fucking cars.
No.
All right, so I'll go ahead and respond.
Yeah.
So Hasbro has not been on the good list, which is the Coast, the company that developed Magic the Gathering, and has been beset by layoffs from toy and game giant Hasbro.
Yeah.
This holiday season. As such, there is much discontent behind the hollowed walls of Wizards of the Coast headquarters, and unfortunately now outside of it as well. More than 1,100 people who were left unemployed after Hasbro with these layoffs. Also, 1,000 people? What were they doing?
Honestly, for the amount of books that they put out,
we need 1,000 people for it.
they don't need that many people. I'm being straight up. There's a serious employee.
Like, I don't want to
there.
sound mean or like I'm glad you got laid off.
No, I'm not. But
we
like
need 1,000 people.
I would expect Hasbro to be putting out a book a week if that's how many people they had.
If you had 1,000 people, we put out like a book every week, every month for the rest of the fucking year.
Yeah, like multiple books. They should be
adventure.
Like, I would expect them to be pumping out a lot more and to a much higher quality. If I be straight up, like, don't get me wrong, Hasbro, like, Wizards has put out some good adventures. I did enjoy Lost Mines of Phandelver. I did really enjoy Rime of the Frost Maiden. You know, there has been ones that they've put out. I'm like, you know what, they were good adventures. I had a lot of fun. They were very memorable. I enjoyed them. I would actually be willing to play them again because I enjoyed them that much, and that's not something that I would say very often about any adventure book, but they were good. I liked them, you know, so they do have the potential to make good. They just don't. And that's
like I don't know what their problem is. Why are you guys sucking this much dick and not getting your shit made?
If you look at how much that they put out, I don't know. I just don't get it. I feel like, and the whole move away from physical and to try and get it more online. Honestly, they want loot boxes. That's what they want. They want loot boxes, and people are going to pay for loot boxes.
Well, wait. When you're selling this shit, you're selling something that cannot be owned.
Yeah.
Like you're selling a product that cannot be owned. Like when you buy my PDF, you get the PDF. Like, congrats, here it is. Here's a PDF. You have it. It's yours. You download it. It's yours. They're having all this shit accessed via online website that you cannot download. It's just there and you access what.
Yeah. That's like a good example would be one that I've noticed quite a bit is, and I hate doing, but it's the easiest way to get a lot of movies is like I would use Prime. And on occasion I would just buy movies just because like it's easier, but I really just don't like doing it because I know finally at any given second Amazon will be like, well, yeah, this is problematic, let's get rid of that. It's like,
well, they've done
they have, and they do it time and time again, and like there's something sketchy about it all, and I just don't like it. I really don't. Like, I don't know, maybe call me a bimmer all you want, but there's something about physical. There just is, and we're at a point where we're
because you know this is mine.
Like, if you guys don't know the problems, just if you haven't read 1984, go do that. It's free on YouTube, by the way. This is one of the, apparently this is a really common thing. Apparently a lot of people that say that they've read 1984 have never actually read 1984. It's okay. You can literally type it in on YouTube. You can get the audiobook. There's multiple different versions of the audiobook as well. They're all on YouTube. Go ahead, listen. It's a short book. It's not that long. You can listen to it. So go ahead and do that, and you'll find out why you need to actually own physical stuff. Look, let's just keep going. I'm sorry that they got laid off. It's never nice to see. Even someone I hate.
I'm not happy to like, oh yeah, fuck you, you get laid. No, but at the same time, I have to wonder why are so many fucking people putting out stuff?
Yeah, the amount of work that they're putting out to what is to the staff. Also, if I had 1,100 people, it would be a straight up assembly line.
You'd be like unstoppable.
No, if I had 1,000 people, like all like working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, pumping out shit, I would have a lot of stuff done. That's all I'm gonna say. I would actually. I think there's a chance that I could have actually ran out of shit that I could have thought about, because that's my problem. I think about stuff and then I write some stuff about it and then I drop it. I'm like, oh no, you
make me a thing. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like, you know, look, let's keep going. Let's read this article. Let's see what it's all about, because we're gonna.
All right, so we'll go back to what. So was the layoff something that came out of nowhere? Yes and no. While there were communications that numbers were not where they were needing to be, all conversations pointed to this being due to the toys division of Hasbro and changes. Why they sell to Hasbro, I don't. And that changes would be taking place on that end. We had several town hall Q&As with Human Resource and Chris Cox, where this was brought.
Yeah, of course, he's there.
I'm sure he kept his fucking job. Too.
Yeah.
In the one with Cynthia, she responded to HR's comment of "we are killing it" by correcting her and saying we actually were not. She then called out to someone in the back of the group saying, "I believe Wizards' numbers are lower than last," to which the person speaking to said they were actually up. She then tried explaining this was Wizards not hitting the numbers needed, that what was promised to stockholders, and if not for Baldur's Gate 3, the company would be in trouble.
Yeah.
When this was brought up in the Chris Cox town hall, he commented about being more towards the toys division and changes made.
right, an obvious one to point out. Numbers went up with COVID. Numbers went through the roof with COVID. That's all well and good. Like, you know, I'm happy that more people have got into role-playing games because of COVID. But only so many people have stuck about, you know, afterwards. And you gotta expect, like, you know, anything, you gotta expect ebb and flow. You know, there's something that, if there's one thing that I've learned about working online, is some months you'll be amazing, you'll be flying, you'll be doing absolutely amazing numbers that you would never believe, and then you have like 2 months where it's like, oh sweet Jesus, you know what? Oh my god. And that's one. You know what? That's one thing I will bring up. This is why I love doing Gumroad now. See, having that paywall stuff and like having like a dedicated, okay, yeah, no, I've got this many subscribers. That's how much money I make a month with that. It just takes a huge weight off. You know what I mean? It means that I don't have to worry about like demonetization. Whereas before it's like, oh my god, if I get demonetized, that's like I'm gonna lose like a third of what I make this month over this. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, just because you said naughty words online. You know what I mean? I don't really need to care about that much anymore. You know. Look,
you've been othered. Ooh,
well, look, all I'm saying is ebb and flow. You're going to have months that do amazing and months that do poorly. 2023 was a bad fucking year for Wizards, mostly to do with OGL and a series of just dog shit books, quite frankly.
Pinkertons,
yeah,
else, bad books, bad PR, bad optics,
bad merchandise. It was just bad.
Yeah, well, looking back, the movie played. It was like I never watched the movie, but thinking back on it now. From what I've heard, the vast majority of people say it was an acceptable, fun, like, adventure movie.
Extremely bare bones safe.
Yeah.
Like, I went and saw it. Bare bones safe. Like, they didn't push anything. They didn't pull anything. It was very safe and very boring. And it was just, like, it was a movie.
Yeah.
I like, for me, I have movies where I go, I want to watch it because I know this movie's retain me. I can watch it over and over again. I'm not going to list them because y'all are going to judge me. But I can go and I watch this movie because I know I can. I'll be entertained. This movie, you watch it once and you're done.
Yeah, you're never going to go back to it. It's not like
no, there really is no need.
It's no Indiana Jones or the Mummy sort of like action movie sort of like adventure.
Like it's basically like I believe the budget was like 140 million and it made like 210 million. It was basically a very light bomb. Because I remember the budget does not include like ads and marketing.
Yeah, all that other stuff that goes with it. Honestly, you know what's really funny? I showed I put on for Ozzy Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and he loved the train scene. He thought that was like the coolest thing ever with the train scene. He's like, Snake. Oh, he thought it was like the coolest thing ever. It was so cool. I loved that as well. As a child, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So it was nice watching it with him. But anyway, look, enough of that. Let's go back to Wizards. Yeah, it was a bad year for them. And honestly, I think all they had to do was just put out good books, and they failed miserably with that.
Yes, they made that stupid ass college book, and then that like basically like Southern California market book. Like, it was all these super woke, super safe fucking shit. Like it didn't grab anybody. It wasn't interesting. It was like we're just checking boxes. People like us, yeah, because they were pandering to like 2% of their fucking fan base.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only way to put on it. Like I think they've stepped too heavy into pandering to the point of there's no coming back, really. The thing, like, if you look, like, honestly, like, see, like, this is a problem I've got is I need to stop browsing Kickstarter, because see the amount of like really good books, like amateur, well, they're not even amateur ones, but like, see, there's just so many people putting out really good quality books. Like, I don't see a reason why I would ever buy anything from Wizards. Like, even if I was playing 5e, there's so many other people putting out 5e products that are just so much better. I don't know what they're doing with this stuff. I have no idea what the fuck they're up to. Like, do they get anything done in the day? You know, they can't be. There's no way that they can be getting anything done in the day if that's what they're putting out. You know, it's just like, you'd expect at least a division of people just dedicated to playtesting. Why do they not have an in-house like critical role? Do they have that? Is that a thing? Like, you know,
I sure as fuck hope so. Like, if they don't, I'd be shocked and appalled. They didn't.
Like, I think that should genuinely be someone's fucking job. Like, you know, that's probably what they should bring in. They should bring in some like actors or whatever and have like a dedicated team just pumping out like every day a week. Like, I'm not even joking. Every single day they're going to be doing that, and they should be selling like books exactly the same as what Critical Role's doing. There's so much that they can do. Oh, look, let's just keep going. It annoys me at how incompetent they are, or how it feels how incompetent they are. That's just that's the biggest bit that gets me. Like, do you remember when you were
half competent? Yeah.
Do you remember when you were a child and you used to think like adults knew what the fuck they were doing, and then you become an adult? It's like, oh my god, no one knows anything. They
had no fucking idea.
This is fucking terrifying. This is not a world. Oh my god, this is so bad. What have we done? You know? Oh, I don't know. Look, let's just keep going. I don't know.
Okay, so man, if they don't have a house test group, I'm gonna fucking.
They probably don't. Let's be serious.
So what was their severance? Was it reasonable? So there was a severance, but it was definitely on the lower end. Where are the internal fault lines within Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro in general? The employees within Wizards all meshed really well. You had to. The teams were so short-staffed.
Boy,
the teams were so short-staffed and begging for a head count before the layoffs that you didn't have a chance of clash. Short-staffed?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Honestly, like, see when it comes to it, like
they lost 1,000. For that, they still thought they were short-staffed.
I'm being straight up. There's no reason for like even like a decent-sized campaign book, like say Rime of the Philosophy, or even like Leading Citadel, one of those sort of ones where
and an art team behind it. And
I don't see why you don't have like, I think 10 people can produce one of those books a month straight up if you worked 8 days a week. No, sorry, five days a week, 8 hours a day.
See, with the resources behind them, sure, they should be able to pump out a book in under in a month.
Yeah.
With just fucking that many, because you have all the resources, you have art resources, you have like you can go. I can crack this bitch out, and I'm gonna worry about spell checking. Is crack out the rough bit, hand it off to formatter. Formatter goes up here, move that there, and the spell checker goes, okay, that word's wrong, that word's wrong. You can have a fucking this is.
I just don't see a reason why. It feels like brute. It does. It feels like brute. I feel like there's a lot of people that work there.
That or they're lazy. Like, we need more people. For what, you lazy fuck? Just do your job.
See if that was like for I'm sure the bulk of people that play role-playing games, like, oh, do you want to work at Wizard? Like, do you want to work there? Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, what am I gonna do?
Get paid big money to make adventures.
Well, it's playing
books and shit, dude.
It's playing up big money. Let's be serious. It's pretty like paid quite cash for word. That's
because you're making real big money right now.
Yeah, no, but like, you know, like Garbury, it's Seattle. You know what I mean? Like, where they live, the cost of living is so insane. It's not worth it. And I think this is one of the biggest problems Wizards have. Like, whenever they moved from the Midwest to the West Coast, I think there was a core fundamental shift within Wizards, and that's what we've got today because of that, because they moved to Seattle, and that's the type of people that end up working for them. You know what I mean? I think it would be a very, very different company. Like, you could argue the same thing for like Games Workshop. Games Workshop still is, well, oh, fuck, where is it? The English are going to kill me, but I'm going to call it the not North. Okay, I know it's not. I know it's not the not North, but it's like, well, but say if their headquarters was like in London, for instance, or like Brighton or somewhere like that, I'm sure the culture of the company would be very, very different. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You get where I'm coming from. Look, let's keep going. I don't know if I can stomach this, if I'll be honest with you.
Okay. All right. So they're so short-staffed. Oh
no.
Oh no. From experience with the layoffs targeted at upper, middle, or lower class employees across the board, the only exceptions were the execs who needed to be held accountable the most. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So they kept these branded execs. So like, we're gonna lead the ship. It sinks, and like, well, back in the lifeboat.
Yeah, that's normally the case. The people that are in charge tend to not be hung very often. Just putting that like there. Let's keep going. I don't think it's, or if it is, it's like sacrificial. It's like one person. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we need to get rid of one. You know what I mean? Right, let's just keep going.
So, is your faith in Hasbro as a company any different now compared to a month ago? Faith is much, much lower. However, this was dropping even before the layoffs even happened. The constant need to squeeze customers for everything they could while requiring employees to do more and more with fewer resources just showed that they were strictly about the money. And yes, companies have to make money, but there was a clear disregard for the customer concerns and feedback were constantly raised to leadership, but it didn't matter. Only to pushing the product.
I think that's a bit that that's the ultimate example right there, and I think that's why people are getting sick of Wizards. Is they are
buy the product, pay picky.
I think, like, you know, the route that they're going down, they are looking for pay pigs straight up. They're looking for wheels, they're looking for pay pigs, and that's, I think, is turning so many people off.
I mean, the thing is, there is fucking Magic the Gathering. It's basically pay pig around.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's no other way about it. There's a lot of ways, honestly, for Wizards to. There's so many ways for Wizards to make money, and I'm sure they make a lot of money. Like, even like D&D Beyond is such a, like, you know, you saw what happened whenever people started canceling the D&D Beyond subscription. Suddenly the whole OGL was like, okay, fine, we give up. Yeah. Okay, you know, think of how much money they pull in every month.
Our bad, pay pig.
Sorry guys, you know, I'm sure they do extremely well just from that alone. You know, there's a few things I could think of that Wizards could do to bring in more money and that wouldn't be absolutely molesting people, and that's, I think, the biggest problem is they're just molesting people, and that's the only word I can for it, because it's what's happening, you know. Like,
I'll say theft.
Yeah, it is more theft.
Because more or less you're paying for a thing. It's like, oh yeah, the thing is not what's haha sucker fucking dude.
The best example was Spelljammer though. Like, honest to God, yeah. Spelljammer was absolute. I feel bad for anyone that actually bought it. Like, I really do. Well, you know, the thing is, it's like, if you want to play it, just like get the old books. You know what I mean? Like, just get print on demand old books, or like buy them off eBay. Just go for the old books. Trust me, you'll have way more fun with it. There's way more stuff for it. And honestly, as like, you know, like, TSR is far from perfect, but like, fuck, I'd beg for that over Wizards at the minute. You know, let's not try and kid ourselves. You know, I'm not gonna say like TSR was a good company either, because it fucking wasn't.
Well, they had so much history just to lean off of, and so much pre-established fan base to lean off of, and they kept.
The people that worked for TSR were very different than the people we have today. That's the best way I would put it. The people that worked for TSR were people that I think
orcs are black.
I do believe the people that worked for TSR in like the 80s and 90s just come from such a different background, and I think they actually cared more about the product, whether or not they were good
non-retarded background.
Yeah, whether or not they were good business people or not. And like, you know, again, they got some like TSR. It's so many fucking issues. I'm not going to even get into that, because look, that's a fucking history lesson and a half. What else did they do? What else were they up to?
Okay, well, how much exposure to the details of Wizards of the Coast branded items does a standard Hasbro employee have? Did you see or hear anything like book names or packaging before it was announced? This depends on what products you are working on / with. You have to have some insight to build campaigns and marketing, but insight was all there was. Again, feedback, concerns, anything else brought up was missed, as well as the internal reception to Alta Fox's attempt to separate Wizards of the Coast from Hasbro 22. They should have fucking divorced themselves.
Yeah.
It was hard to hear anything more about this, with so much becoming one with Hasbro is going to be wonderful being shouted at us from the top, probably. However, employees were wary and had concerns. Nothing I recall being addressed. There's a lot of leadership. We'll have to discuss that and get back to
yeah, that sounds like if you've worked for any company ever, it's like, oh, don't worry, we'll get back. See the amount of passing the parcel. See the amount of times I went to like a manager with an issue, and I would ask them, say, oh, you need to talk to HR, but you need to talk to the office about that. I talked to the office. Oh no, that's your manager. You need to go talk to your manager. You go back to them. Oh no, you go to this other department. It's past the fucking parcel with these people. Honestly, there's one thing I just don't miss, and I just do not miss working for a big company. I just don't. It's fuck depressing. It is. See, like, honestly, even if you're going to work for a company, go for something that's like relatively small. You know what I mean? You'll just have a much happier life. That's all I can say. You just will. It's just not worth it. It's just not.
Hey kid, you want to suffer? Please no.
Yeah, please. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Okay, so what was the internal reception to match up the arena economy? Yes, players complain, but as long as they are spending money, why change anything?
Yeah.
Which is the coast moment.
Honestly, that's the thing though with Magic. I don't really feel that bad for like most card game players, because it's been like that for such a long time, and the people that play it seem to be on board with it. So like you're fine. This is what I get with people that are like really big into like modern video games still. It's like, oh, you complain about fucking DLC and season passes and loot boxes, man. You've been paying for that for years. What are you talking about? You know, and you got no leg to stand to complain about this type of shit. I feel like I look, Gerber, I feel incredibly blackpilled about a lot of this type of shit. I really do. It actually just makes me miserable. And see the idea of like doing this to like role-playing games as well, and that's what they're doing. It's like, can we like make like season passes, or do you want a new skin for that? Do you want to pay for a skin? You know, could you imagine
with the rare glowy Tiefly skin? Get a little loot box in my
have you ever tried to explain to a fucking Zoomer what an expansion pack is? Or even better, a map pack?
You bought a game, it was a whole new game attached to the old game. Yeah, it was great.
Or like, do you remember what it was like, even like buying like a map pack? Like that one of the like very early...
Oh, fuck yeah, map packs. I remember that.
Yeah, map packs were great.
You would buy or download a map pack.
And you would get like 4 or 5 maps in the map pack. Now, for like £7 or whatever, you wouldn't even get a fraction of that now, and that's because people pay it, and that's what it gets me about it. People are so willing to do it. I would be honestly,
they're so well trained.
Yeah, they are, and this is where I'm at the point where I don't get me wrong. If Wizards went under, if D&D was sold off again, would that be bad for the hobby as a whole? I don't know. Maybe yes. It would definitely. Well, it would Trends and Forces, most definitely. Yeah, Trends and Forces.
Well, thing is, the animal got so infected. At this point, it's better just to kill it off and let it die.
Yeah, I would almost be tempted for that.
Like the beast is infected. Fucking kill it. Let it die. Let it go to pasture. Like at some point, you have to stop trying to save the patient. Let it die.
You know the thing is, right? See if like I'm not going to say if, because it's when. Once I become a crypto millionaire, right? I wouldn't even be tempted to buy it. Like even if I had
just make your own.
Yeah, like honestly, that's what I couldn't even think of anyone who's like that big into D&D that'd be like, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna, I'm gonna fix it. It's like I'm gonna buy Wizards. It was on my mind. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't even think of anyone who'd be that interested in it that wouldn't just make their own you know what I mean, and do their own thing.
With blackjack and
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I don't know. What would you like? Would you ever sure? Did you not apply for a job with Wizards a while back?
I did. Yeah, I told him to fuck off.
Well, you should be happy for that, Garb crew. You know what I mean? Could you imagine anything worse? You wouldn't make it past. You wouldn't make it past the reception. You'd end up fucking having to fist fight in the car park with someone.
I would tell someone to fuck off, and probably be on the fucking HQ building.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your thing's kind of problematic. Why don't you go fuck yourself, Jerry? Yeah. And it could be a fight in the fucking building.
Yeah, it would definitely be the case.
But at the same time, the entire company's so goddamn whipped. It'd be like, okay, sorry. And they go to HR. HR like, well, you can't tell them to fuck off. I'm a girl now. Fuck you.
Yeah. I suppose you could just do that. Could yeah.
Walking wearing a wig. You can't touch me the fuck out. I'm immune.
I'm into this. Ha you have no power here.
You merely adopted the wig.
Yeah. Anyway, look, let's keep going. What else do they have to say?
Are you tired of overreaching and overbearing censorship on important and non-important issues? Well, you're in luck. For just $7.50 a month, you can get access to over 60 hours of completely uncensored and unhinged schizo takes from Megan and James. Us.
I mean, look, it's 60 hours at the minute. Every week we do a minimum of 3 hours.
Yep.
So,
you get a lot of content.
There's a lot on there.
A lot of content. Ranging from... or even... yes, they are that spicy. Even the name of the topic must be censored. We can't even promote it on YouTube. You can stream or download all the videos from Gumroad and cancel your membership at any time. Though new videos every week on average come to 2 to 3 hours long, so we can really go in depth on any topic, and we are not strangled by the YouTube algorithm.
That's a big issue I always find.
Yeah. We can be open and uncensored and not have to worry about any of that.
If you want to talk about a subject, YouTube really promotes, you're going to have to get that done in 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. But on this, we can really take our time and really delve into it.
And most weeks we do bonus off-topic videos. And yes, we even have a teaser video you can download for free from neckbeardia.co.uk. In it, we talk about Northern Ireland for 4.5 hours.
I don't even think we scratched the surface.
No,
guys.
It's to try and help you understand who we are as people, our worldview, and how we can kind of be aliens to most people. If any of that sounds good to you, go ahead, links down below, and let's get back to the video. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video.
That's really all there is.
What are some of the resources that you know about that could help those who have been laid off? Okay.
It's LinkedIn. It's fucking LinkedIn. But I have another article here that actually has like actual numbers attached
All
to
right.
it.
Okay. Which one's that? Do you want...
It's right there, the Geek Wire one.
All right. Okay.
So as has been the case for the last couple of years, Hasbro's gaming endeavors, led by Wizard of the Coast, have been the only consistently profitable part of the company.
Yeah.
In its most recent earnings report, Hasbro wrote that its toy and entertainment segments were both losing money, while its gaming segment's revenue grew by 40% in Q3 of
Right.
2023.
Okay. See, if I was Hasbro, you know why they're losing money? Because kids don't play with toys anymore. See the amount, and it's not even that they don't play with toys. They stop playing with toys younger and younger and younger, and it's actually spooky. I'm not even joking. One of Megan's nephews, he's like 7. He's got no interest in toys, like at all.
Well, they've iPads,
Yeah,
iPhones,
that's-
and fucking tablets, computers. There's no need for it.
That's just sad, though, man. That's really sad. I think that's bad for it.
I remember,
it can't be good for you. It can't be. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I remember like being a kid and having like a big ass fucking chest full of like GI Joes and tanks and army men that like rolled dice for and have like battles out in the open. Before you even knew what 40K even was, I was playing dice games with fucking like, does this yellow T70 beat this fucking green M60?
Yeah.
And I roll dice and well, that guy's fucking toast.
Yeah.
And I would spend like 4 to 5 hours a day just playing with fake army dudes.
Yeah.
Like it was,
Living the dream.
or I was outside catching turtles.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's look, it's I don't know. I think it's a sign. I think it's definitely a sign, and I don't like where this is going. I've no idea what like Gen Alpha kids will be like when they're adults, because it's fucking spooky, man. It's not good. It's not good. That's all I can say.
it's not.
No,
good.
it's not. It's really bad. Honestly, I couldn't imagine. This is the worst timeline. Well, it's probably not the worst timeline, but it feels pretty bad.
There is a theory that we're going to go in reverse and realize, like, there's a theory that humanity is going to realize that being attached to a screen is not good for you, and we're going to like reverse our pace and go back towards like analog play. But that's like, that'd be kind of cool, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah,
You know what I
well,
mean?
that's why, like, you know, what is that? What's the half the appeal about role-playing games? Because they fulfill something that, like, this was, I was talking to one of my,
Well, because you're playing.
yeah, like, I was talking to one of my mates about this, and he said to me, it's like, why would you play like this sort of stuff when like video games exist? And it's like, that's my point exactly, because video games exist. Look at them, fucking look at them. Don't get me wrong, I like COD. I enjoy COD. I've been playing the new COD, and you can laugh at me all but one, but me and Megan have been playing it because it's cross-play. I've been playing with a lot of my like IRL friends, which I haven't been able to do since like 2010. You know what I mean? Because everyone has a different console or PC or whatever, but because of cross-play, we can all play together. So it's actually quite enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but I would never play like COD just by myself. You know, it's still to some degree social for me, at least. I don't know. Oh, look, go for this Scarborough. Let's bang this out, because I just feel depressed, man. I'm just depressed. This is just fucking.
Okay, so let's see here. Those affected, as per the list assembled by comicbooks.com, Christian Hoffer, include Mike Merles, Magic the Gathering director, and former Dungeons & Dragons creative director Amy Dallin, D&D Beyond host producer I-10 Bernstein, D&D senior I-Tan? E-Tan? What does that name?
No idea.
E-Y-T-A-N. A-Tan? That's a weird name.
Yeah.
Fucking A.A. Ron, D&D Senior Development Director Larry Froome, Senior Communications Manager, and Bree Heiss, D&D Art Director. Bree Heiss is fucking fucking shit up. I'll tell you that much. Fuck you, Bree Heiss.
Why, who's that?
Art Director.
Oh, yeah,
That's
get her out.
D&D art
Yeah, get
director.
her out. Out the door.
Get her
out. Yeah, you're doing a shit job. Stop.
Is that her?
I don't know which one it is.
Put in Bree Heiss, D&D Director. D&D Art Director.
D&D art director. Yeah, that's her, so it is.
That is her? Oh my god.
Oh, am I banned?
It explains so much.
She hasn't blocked me on Twitter.
He goes, am I banned? Hey,
I'm not banned for
next day.
See the amount of people that work at Wizards that ban me or block me. I'm like, what the fuck did I do to you, man? I didn't say anything. It's like I've never even interacted with you before in my life. What are you doing? You know what I mean? It's like, what am I banned for? What did I do? You know? It's like, all right, okay, never mind. Enough of that. Let's just keep going. Yeah, she's doing a shite job. Get somewhere else. And
Brie Heist, you are fucking.
it's not often I would say that about anyone. I don't really like the idea of calling for people to like lose their jobs or whatever. I don't think that's like a good way to go. But I don't think anyone could agree that she's doing a good job. Let's be straight up. Like, it's not a good job.
I seen one-legged kids run better than she does art director. Is all I'm saying. So at the time of writing, it's unclear why Hasbro has chosen to lay off employees at a single strongest company in its portfolio. This year, Wizards debuted a critically, if not, well, they probably saw a fucking bloated. Was like, you only know these fucking people.
Yeah.
It was what they probably did.
Well, they looked at it and
So
it's like,
Wizards
we need to make the company look better on paper. We need to get these people out the fucking door. Let's be serious.
It's quite mean, isn't it?
It is, but
It's quite mean. But I don't agree with it. But same time, I probably went, this is bloated as fuck. What do you know? What do you need these 1,000 people for? Get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
I should have fired Chris Cox. So let's see. This year, Wizards debuted a critically, if not commercially successful major motion picture. It was not successful. No. Greek Wire already fucking lying. It was a flop. It barely broke even. It made no money. Not successful. It was not.
Yeah.
Do not lie. Don't fucking lie.
I'll say it wasn't a flop just because it didn't lose money, but it's definitely not a success.
It barely didn't lose money.
Well, yeah, okay, you know what it did? It put the D&D name brand out. It got eyeballs.
Yeah,
so
eyeballs.
maybe they might have sold a handful of books just from the movie, but I don't think they sold many books, if to be honest with you. I would say you'd be lucky if they sold more than like 10,000 books. Tops 10,000.
So, it earned a Game of the Year trophy at 23 Game Awards. See, that's true. Bolted K3 is wrong. It was consistently profitable, but Hasbro is still sacking its employees. Sort of math only makes you got shareholders to play.
Yeah, it's shareholders.
I swear to God, the biggest sin you can do is have shareholders. I will never have shareholders. Suck my entire fucking dick.
Yeah.
I don't care if they are. We'll offer to give you $2 million. Hey, fuck you. Get away from me.
Yeah.
They'll try like, well, I want you to do this because I own you now. I gave you money. I own you.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem when it comes to it all. You don't
Make me money, pay piggy.
pretty much. That's exactly what it is. Like that's why I don't really like doing sponsors all that much. Like I don't like doing sponsors that because once you do a sponsor, they do kind of own you within reason. You know what I mean? Like I do some affiliates with some people, and like I just like you. Here's your code. This is whatever. Do whatever you want with it. I'm easy. I don't like you can say it's shite for all I care. You know what I mean? It's up to you. You make money. I make money. I'm happy. Whatever. But like, see when it comes to like the majority. Like, do you remember that time me and you played that really shitty fucking MMO? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
that was trash. Yeah. That was absolute fucking trash.
And they didn't pay you.
No, because they said, you need to you play the game where it's like, no, your game's absolutely appalling. Like, I'm not playing your game. Like, honestly,
The game's fucking.
no, it was bad. It was just a straight up bad game. It wasn't a fun game at all. And it's like, yeah, but James, we'll give you like $500, if you like do like a review or whatever. It's like,
Just sell your morals and make say we're good.
yeah, just like say it's good. And I think that's why they didn't do it. Like, they didn't give us any money because I kind of said it's like, yeah, this game's kind of trash. You're not gonna lie, guys. To be fair, you guys can imagine what the live stream's probably long since been deleted by now. But yeah, they weren't willing to pay us for that. So yeah, I haven't touched any sponsor like that ever, and that was like 2018, I think. Maybe we did that. That was a long time ago now. Anyway, let's keep going. Enough of that sort of jazz.
So basically, looking here, consumer products changed by negative 18. Their digital appear to go up by 40%. So Wizard of the Coast and digital gaming went up by 40%.
Yeah.
Entertainment went down. Entertainment went down by 42%. And basically, they more or less lost.
Yeah.
So they more or less lost like with 8, 9, 10, 4, about 60%. Compared to their gain of.
And again, they could have proved that easily by just putting out even just one good book. Like, there wasn't even one.
Just going and making
just
shit.
one good book. That's all I'm asking you for. Just put out one decent product, but they just can't.
See, I like how your ad shows that. Mine shows reloading gear.
Why would?
like a bullet press is what mine shows.
Oh no!
Bullets. I don't know what year it is.
I don't know. It's something.
Anyway, and then year to date, they've lost 17% consumer, they've lost 20% on entertainment, but they only gained 11%. So basically, they're not making money more or less. They're losing.
Yeah, pretty much. So I suppose you need to put that face far to people.
So the dismissals that Wizards played into a disturbing trend across game development and related fields through 2023. Over 9,000 developers worldwide have been dismissed over the course of the year, as per an independent tracker, videogamelayoffs.com. Since there are a couple of studio closures that aren't even on the GL's list, that number could easily break 10,000 mark by New Year's Eve.
So this is one thing I think that is worth bringing up. I do believe a lot of video game programmers are absolutely abused. I think they work like really long hours. They don't get paid what they should be getting paid. The crunch is kind of unreal. Some people that go on about crunch, I'm going to say you've probably never worked at a horrible company before, because if you worked at a horrible company before, you know what to expect. You know what I mean?
Does the U.S. Army count?
Yeah, I would say the U.S. Army probably does count. At least you've got a bottomless pit of money, though, so you don't need to worry about the cost a lot of the time. It's like, that's a taxpayer's issue. You know what I mean? You don't need to worry about that, at least. Thor. Hey, fucking cats jumping about.
Thor, please.
No, for God's sake.
Kitty cat.
Yeah, is there any chance? Honestly, I don't think the people that work at Wizards were being worked enough. If I be frank with you, if I be honest with you, for what they were putting out.
For what they're paid, what they do, and what they're putting out. Where was the money going?
I guess. I think it looks like a black hole of money. If I didn't know any better, I would have honestly said money laundering. Genuinely, if I did not know better, if this was some random company, I would honestly assume that they were just a money laundering operation, because there's just nothing being put out. You know what I mean? They're just not producing it.
Going through the numbers and the amount of workers, where the fuck is the product?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's keep going. I do think a lot of video game programmers are just used and abused, though. It's not a job that I would recommend anyone to get into, safe to say. I think, honestly, if you comes to
as you're going like indie.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it yourself, bedroom program and that sort of stuff. I would say that about any creative thing, though. Honestly, indie games are better than AAA games these days. For the love of God, they are. So just do it yourself. You know what I mean? And this goes for role-playing games as well. See if you ever see a job offer for Wizards, don't go for it. Do it yourself. Write your own book. You know what I mean? Do it. Literally do it. Produce something, write something. If you don't,
literally, no one can stop.
Yeah, just write something. And honestly, you can just find a publisher. There's tons of RPG publishers, and if they like the look of it, they're more than likely going to do it for you. You know what I mean? Although, be warned, they do take a healthy chunk off you, but I'm working with one at the minute for Sci-Fi Gothic, just because for Sci-Fi Gothic, I don't want to have to do all the other shit involved with the book. I just want to be able to write the book and give it away, and eventually I get a book brought back to me. Does that make sense? I don't want to have to handle formatting. I don't want to have to handle artwork. I don't want to handle any of that shit. I just want to write the actual book part, and that's it. So it's working for me, and I do all the other stuff for all the other projects, so I'm okay with letting go for just one. You know what I mean? Even if it does take a fair margin off me, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's finish this off.
The cost is
yeah.
So the dismissals of Wizards play a disturbing trend across so yada. The traditional impact of these sort of layoffs on video game studios has been to tank morale and destabilize the business. An overwhelming success can't protect your company from cuts, but then the smart response from workers is to take your talents elsewhere. We've seen that happen in the Pacific Northwest with companies like Bungie, 343 Industries, and Amazon. On the other hand, Cope. On the other hand, Wizards of the Coast is in a unique position in its industry. While it does handle a lot of video game development right now, it just debuted the first project of Texas archetype on Game Awards. Wizards dominates both collectible card games and tabletop RPGs. It dominates now. It's got competitors, but most of them have a fraction of the audience and ability of Wizards' core franchise. Dissatisfied employees would seem to have nowhere to go.
This is a bit that gets me. I'm actually just so tired of people. I think there's role-playing fans and there's D&D fans, and they're very fucking different people.
There are those who love RPGs and those who love D&D.
Yeah, they're just different people altogether. Honestly, I don't see it. I'm just beating a dead horse at this point. There's no point to me even getting it. Honestly, have a look at some other systems and play about with it. Just look at them and see what you think. And maybe your group isn't interested in playing them, but I think it'll give you a healthier view of it all if you have a bit more, you know, I don't know, just experience almost with playing other
Just stop being so bigoted, okay? This is a little RPG bigot.
Honestly, do you think we should turn that? Actually, that could be a good insult. RPG bigot. Oh, you only like 5'8".
I mean, if it fucking fits, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it does actually. It fits really well.
So let's see. For those who are coming in late, a leaked report in January suggested that Wizards is looking to ways to abolish the opening the OGL.
Yeah.
Oh, they still are?
Are they still trying?
Good Lord.
Oh, fuck.
A public copyright notice that adopted the 2000 developed material for Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, I see now. So after a couple of weeks of controversy, Wizards reversed, of course, its own decision, but not before it triggered a series of actions from its competitors in tabletop gaming space. Most notably, Redmond, Washington-based Paizo Publishing announced it was spearheading a coalition of companies that would create a new independent licensing agreement. In the result, the Open RPG creative license, ORC, was final.
Apparently it got fucked out the window, though, did it not? Did it not run into the issues? It wasn't different enough?
I don't know. Was finalized in June and published on the website of Seattle Legal from Azora Law. Paizo's independent shop has built its own tabletop business around the Pathfinder series. It itself began as a heavily modified version of an earlier version of D&D. While D&D has a massive lead in both player population and brand recognition, Pathfinder is one of the several competing products that got a huge boost in its ability after Wizards' short-lived attempt to revoke the OGL.
Mate, that's all Pathfinder was. It was literally just a remake of 3.5.
Well, the thing is, everyone knows that Pathfinder is just deemed like another.
Yeah,
it is basically D. Pathfinder is basically D. It's basically.
And the company's
D&D
fucking. And
and
Paizo's just as appalling as Wizards. Like, you know, that's the other thing. Like, that's the other fucking issue. They're just as bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just fuck. This is killing me now. This is
and like isn't Paizo like Paizo like just as little?
Yes, it's worse. They're worse. Quite frankly, I would argue they're probably worse. I would argue they probably are. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some, like, and this is the other thing that gets me, there's some very lovable companies out there that are producing good work, though.
Yes.
Like, you know, a good example would probably be Goodman Games, for instance. I really like Dungeon Crawl Classic. I think they put out good stuff, and they have time and time again. Are they very liberal? Yes. Are they still able to produce results, though? Yes. Wizards can't do that. That's the problem. They're liberal, and also they can't even get the fucking good books out. There's plenty of people from every walk of life putting out good fucking books. There's so many fucking. You know what? I'm gonna. You know what? That's what we're gonna do next week. I'm doing a rundown of all my books and what I like and what I dislike, and it's going to be a quick fire review. How does that sound, Garbu? Do you want to do that?
Sure.
And I'll try and introduce them, and we'll just quick fire what's good, what's bad. That's what I'm going to do. Actually, I want to do something more positive because I'm fucking depressed when it comes to talking to. This is why we don't talk about Hasbro. I'm fucking miserable, man. Talking about fucking.
I'm just sad.
No,
I'm just so sad.
No, it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be like this. Like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out all my books, and we're going to quick fire through, and I'll give yay or nays on what's good about the book, why you should check it out, and what I think's interesting about it, and all that sort of stuff. And it's going to be like 100+ book review, but we're going to like slam through them. Does that sound like a plan? Like, I mean, absolutely slam. And I'll try and give a quick rundown of what's in them all. How does that sound, Garbrew? Eh?
Sounds good.
All right.
So in this article by saying, so Thomas Wilde says, Wizards already has a packed schedule for D&D's 50th anniversary in 2024 with a big rules update and several new projects in the wings. It's positioned to have a good year. Hasbro continues to treat Wizards carelessly, however, it could bring D&D in the current boom period to a
It's not Hasbro doing shit. Don't get me wrong, Hasbro's fucking up as well, but it's more fucking Wizards are doing it to themselves. It's not like fucking Hasbro's like mismanaging. Trust me, Wizards can mismanage themselves just fine. You know what I mean? Like, if they want to put their fingers up their hole, they know how to put their fingers up their hole. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, tonight. I don't know. I'm just miserable at this point when it comes to this sort of stuff, and
I'm just sad.
Yeah, I am kind of just sad about the whole situation. Yeah, we're definitely doing that though. I'll link you my PDF collection, so I will Garbo, because I've got pretty much everything that I've got as PDF. I've got like as physical as well within reason. So we'll try and do that, and we'll try and go through like different systems. You call it a game of the year, but it's not game of the year. It's like it's what James likes. You get some of your own books as well. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do that. We'll try and get a load of books that we both enjoy, and we'll just try and talk about them, because I want to do something more positive. This shit's just fucking depressing, man. I don't even enjoy talking talking about this sort of stuff. It just feels like an absolute kick. Like, that's what I feel like. Anytime we do a video talking about Hasbro, it's like, yeah, I just got kicked in the balls. I didn't really enjoy that very much. Do you want to do that again? No, I don't. I don't want to talk about Hasbro.
No, I think I'm good.
No, I think I'm great. Thor, please. Enough of that shit, not me. I know he just shouts at me. Megan's downstairs. Go talk to her.
Human, I hunger.
Yeah, exactly. Pay your money, Megan. I told him to fuck off as well. Anyway, where do you want to go with this, Garpgo? I don't know. I'm fucking depressed.
I don't understand how they're not making product.
Yeah, they're just not. They're not producing anything. They're not doing anything worthwhile.
I don't get it.
Maybe it's because the people that they're hiring seem to be people that like cookbooks and shit like that. You know what I mean? The people that work at Wizards aren't really quote unquote the gamers. I hate that term. But they don't seem to be people that are actually
gamer influencers.
Well, no, but they don't seem to be people that are actually all that interested in playing all that much. You know what I mean? Or if they are people that are interested, maybe they've played for like 2 months and then they've fucking joined. You know what I mean? Or maybe they just lied about it altogether and maybe they didn't play at all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because there's a good here. You know, see when it comes. Okay. Like, guys, I'm just gonna put this out here. I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna insinuate anyone. But see the amount, and I don't know if it is true because I don't really talk to that many like role playing channels per se. Like the ones that I talk to are all dead on, and they do. But there's a lot of 40k channels in particular that don't play 40k. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? There's a lot. There's a good few. You know, out of a lot of the big channels, a lot of them are just into gore, and that's it. A lot of them don't even paint.
Yeah, this reads.
Yeah, which again, I think isn't as bad for 40k because 40k, I think there can be different types of fans. There are people that are only interested. Like I myself, I'm only interested in the gore at this time period. Like, you know, I used to play the game. I don't really play it anymore. I feel like the goals are just shit. Garby, you're only back into playing fucking 40k, for instance. Sure, you only started playing it again recently.
And thing is, I played Legion for so long, I forgot how bad 40k was.
yeah. So you know, you get what I'm trying to say. Whereas I feel like if you're doing like role playing games and such, you kind of need to play it. You know what I mean? I think it's just there's not many people that are like, I'm going to read all the books about Forgotten Realms. You know what I mean? It's just there isn't that fan base. Whereas for 40k, it kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? The world is just better. It's a more interesting world. The people that are interested in that. There's people that don't really care for the lore. Well, they like the lore a wee bit, but mostly they're there just to paint models. I honestly like painting the models the most. That was my favorite aspect when I was really into 40k, was honestly the modeling aspect and the painting. That was my favorite bit. And the lore, and I would honestly say playing the game was my least favorite aspect of 40k. Whenever I was really into it, but I think you should still play it though to get like a fucking idea of what it is you're taught. You know what I mean? I don't know. Where do you want to go? I'm doing something positive next week. I'm not doing this fucking miserably clean shit. You know what? And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a load of people. Pick a load of books from people that I know that I'm not the biggest fan of personally. There's this one guy who I've bought 2 books from, and they're 2 very, very different books. I don't want to talk about him too much, but one of the books that I bought, he did a caveman system, and it was dog shit. It was actually appalling. It's the only book that I've ever bought that I wanted to actually send back because I was like, where's my fucking leaf fund? This is dog shit. But he did another adventure about...
I want my fucking money back.
Yeah, no, actually, that's the only time I've bought an RPG book where I'm like, yeah, where's my fucking money? This is not a good product. I want my money back. Although it was very cheap. I think the book was only like a tenner. Like, you know, so I can't really... you know, it wasn't like a big book. I can't get upset over that. But he did do another one, and it was like a vampire adventure, and it's actually really good. I actually really like it. He actually, you know what I mean? So it's not like he's complete trash. You know what I mean? He can't be just. He does have skills. You know what I mean? But I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for stuff that. Yeah, that's what it is. You get the idea. You guys get it. Where do you want to go with this, Garb? Oh, seal 35% or 30% off. Use code JAN30 at checkout on the website. I've also got a ton of free stuff up on the website. You can get Death March quick start rules. You can get Dice and Demons quick start rules. You can get Steel Warder free 5e adventure, even though all I've done is garn about 5e. Can we do our own books in this review by any chance?
I mean, I don't see why not.
All right, fuck it, let's do it. Because at least
I'll fucking channel it.
yeah, I can do what I like. Okay, I can do exactly what I like. Yeah, I'm gonna do that as well. I can't think of anything else. Check out the website, check out the models, 30% off. Check out Garbagoo's fucking Kofi. He's got his own system. It's really good. I'm really thinking about stealing your action point system, and because I'm thinking about doing like basic expert. So like I was thinking about, I'm really interested in the idea of more modular rules per se. So like you can do things this way, but we've also got rules if you want, you can do things this way as well. And I do really like your action point system, but it's not what I would want to do as default. Does that make sense? But I think for some people they would really enjoy it. Honestly, if you haven't checked out Garbagoo's action point system, it's the best part of this fucking game. You know, I think it is anyway.
Thanks,
What would you say is your best part? Well, you know what, Garbagoo, you never added
Deep lore.
Well, you never fucking added. Well, yeah, you never added my suggestions on the lore, did you? Though.
I'm not adding George Bush.
Well, yeah, you didn't add my suggestions. All I'm saying is I want a George Bush Senior, the god of shock and awe. I thought that would be really cool for a centaur that was really big into artillery. Tell me it's not perfect.
I'm not adding George W. Bush Sr. as a god.
Please.
No.
Please.
He said, please.
Go on.
In the video. You
Right,
heard,
fine. What do you have any thoughts? Anything you want to end with, Garbagoo? I don't know. I'm fucking blackpilled.
Hasbro big gay.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Hasbro big gay. Wizards big flated gay. It's all gay.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I feel like a Joker meme. So I do is like, you watch the world burn. You know what I mean? Give me like a edgy Joker meme, like a boomer edgy Joker meme. Do you know what 35 years of no fit job does to a guy? You know, like that's what I feel like talking about this shit. You know. Anyway, look, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you think down below. I'm not talking about Wizards for another few months after this one. I'm fucking miserable. See you guys later. Bye bye.